Darius and I, Team GB. Got the tracksuit to prove it.
I bought it.
Bought his own tracksuit off eBay. He happens to be a very, very good table tennis player. Sort of. He gave me an asthma attack once when I played him, and I had to call an ambulance, which is a true story. Anyway, it's really nice to welcome Darius to BAT and to lend his support to the BAT Foundation. I was just going to ask Darius about, I think, the speed of the game, the speed of table tennis, because I want to get his thoughts on how it might affect people with Alzheimer's. So Darius, you were saying before about how fast the game is, how you're making decisions without even thinking about it. Do you think this is the case?
Definitely. I mean, when you start slowly, and as you get better, naturally, your muscle remembers what to do. Then when you're getting better, you start to take more risk, and that makes you think and do things a lot faster. So for me, sometimes it's still too fast for me, but I don't know how I cope and keep up. And I mean, it's fun. I mean, for me, is that you're not doing anything wrong. Yeah. And it's almost like you're exercising your brain, your body, your heart, without too much effort. But actually, when you calculate it, you actually are burning a lot of energy. You're thinking very complex. It's very scientific physics. A bit of pressure, a bit of force, a bit of probability. Do I go for this shot or that shot? So it's all. I think it's so technical that your brain understands it, but your hand doesn't. It just does it. So it makes it quite fun.
I think that's quite a good level to get to as well, where your brain knows instinctively, not the person that you are, but your brain knows what you have to do before you even have to do it. So it's just a shot that happens rather than calculating what you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, even when I'm playing something, I'm thinking, how did I do that? I don't know. I'm like, I'm amazing, So I mean, it definitely is. But I think something that happens over time you build your confidence up, your skill level becomes higher, and then sometimes you just do things. You just react, and you just get it. It looks really cool, but I mean, it's just because I think it comes from also loving the game. When you love it and you enjoy it, there's so much strange, crazy things happen.
So the link that we're kind of going to explore with the BAT Foundation is the link between playing table tennis and the more positive treatment of dementia. It's kind of been discovered at the moment in America and Japan that neurolinguistic pathways are reopened once you start playing table tennis. You start doing things with your mind that you don't even have to think about. I just hope you don't get sick.
No, I mean, for me, I've seen a lot of things in papers as well for a long while now about it. And so it's one of those sports that when you get to a certain age, you can do it without putting yourself at any risk as well, So I mean, for me, is that you try and play another ball sport, maybe like squash, that makes you think you can't move as fast because you're older. For taking this, it's about reacting, about moving in and out, which is not too. And it's about skill level as well. So sometimes the older guy has more experience. And sometimes maybe that with the dementia, things come back that maybe you could do before back in the day. You can't, and I do really believe that it's a sport for the future that everybody should take it a bit more, not seriously, but really try to get involved a bit more. It's
an incredibly social sport as well. I mean, anyone can play regardless of level.
I can play against my mum. I mean, she doesn't beat me, but I'm sure in a family, there's a grandson playing against a grandfather. The daughter can play.
If you're a footballer for England and your mum is a goal, you score all the time.
I should hope so with England, but I mean,
if you play for England, you don't have to be that good.
No, if you play for Man United, you don't have to be that good as well. Got it in there. But I mean, anyway, this is not really personal, but no, I mean, for me, is that it's just a great family game. You can play at Christmas over the dinner table. You can take everybody down to the sports centre, and no one's going to feel like, oh, I'm dead. I mean, you feel a bit tired, but I mean, it's for men, it's for women. I mean, I'm sure women are generally a lot more relaxed than men, so women sometimes tend to beat men, or men let them beat them because they're hoping to get the number as well.
That's a good escalation. Okay, I'm with Gavin Rumgay, who has just returned from the Commonwealth Games, where he represented Scotland, not England, because in the Commonwealth Games, everyone's separated. Isn't that right?
Sounds good, yeah. Part of Scotland, normally, obviously part of Scotland, unless it's an Olympic Games.
Exactly. And who's that tennis player who's part of Britain occasionally?
Oh, that guy.
Murray Andrews. Anyway, Gavin is an amazing table tennis player, as well as other racket sports, but he's very kindly donated his time today to bat, and is going to tell, well, we're just going to have a little chat about table tennis and possibly the interaction between table tennis and Alzheimer's. Before we went on to the filming, I was discussing with Gavin primarily about how table tennis benefits the elderly in that it reawakens their minds that might have gone dormant due to disease or unuse or dementia, anything like that. I just wanted Gavin's opinion on that as an expert of the game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously table tennis being one of the fastest games in the world, I'm sure that that's going to awake areas of the brain that have maybe lay dormant for a while. A lot of older people, possibly inactive, suffering from a disease like Alzheimer's. I know that my gran suffered quite badly from dementia as well, and I know for a fact that she wasn't very sporty. So it's definitely, I think it's a wake-up call for my parents and then for my generation as well, to get out there, be active and to stop the onset of Alzheimer's.
Can I ask you something about your two persons, like that with Brandon, just how your interactions with their change when you started to get ill, and how that affected yourself and your family?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it affects me, but I think it affects my mum and dad obviously a lot more as well. For them, on a daily basis to see the rapid decline that dementia causes.
Okay, I'm here with Paul Simpson from Table Tennis England, who again has very generously donated his time and has shown up at BLE in support of BAT. Paul is just going to, well, hopefully we're going to chat about the social aspect of table tennis and being involved, and the social benefits it might have for sufferers of dementia as well. So first of all, why is ping pong such a social sport, table tennis?
I think it's probably unique in that it's probably the only sport that everybody has played at some point in their lives. It's so accessible, you can play it on any surface pretty much. And I think it's really easy to get into at a very low level. And then obviously people will decide if they want to kick on and actually get serious about it or not. But just in terms of getting together with your friends, it's just so easy and so accessible.
And at Table Tennis England, are you just interested in the people at the top of the sport, or do you look after all the way down?
We are all encompassing. People will know that we had great success at the recent Commonwealth Games. Those were our athletes. We've trained them and helped to get them into that position. But we go all the way down to the grassroots. It's really, in many ways, more important for us. Most of our funding and most of our ethos is about participation, about getting people involved for health reasons. It's a surprisingly strenuous sport actually, we don't always realise that, so it's got health and fitness benefits, it's got the social benefits that we've also just said, so we take anyone from sort of any walk of life and let them play at a social level or go all the way up to the elite level, and we're there to support them.
That's cool. So I don't know if I'd be right in saying that maybe you work through Table Tennis England, you have worked with people who might be getting on a bit in years, and is table tennis a benefit to them regardless of their mindset?
Absolutely, and we would say it's a sport for life, because you can play all the way up as long as you're able to stand, and even if you can't, even if you have limited mobility, it is a sport that is genuinely for everybody at whatever age they are. You go to one of our Grand Prix tournaments, you might see kids of 12 and then guys and ladies of 60 plus, all competing almost on equal terms. So it's fantastic, and just to see the research coming out about Alzheimer's therapy as well. I mean, on a personal note, my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and to see that sort of long, slow decline was obviously very painful for her family. So to think now that a sport which is so accessible and so easy could actually have a benefit for people in terms of keeping them alert.
It's also something families can do with their...
Absolutely,
whereas other treatments might need really, really specialist kind of care. A table tennis table, anyone can join in and get a few get hours play out of it.
Exactly. So it's very exciting just to think of the possibilities in care homes and other organisations that help seniors. So yeah, we're there to support it, and all power to you, Elbow. We're thrilled that it's happening.
Well, Paul, thanks very much for supporting that, and also thanks for coming down. Good stuff. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Once again, we're at VLE for Bat Foundation, and we're going to go talk to Emily Hartridge now. And Emily is a YouTube famous person because she did these videos called 10 Steps, 10 Things, which is 10 things about loads of stuff. You can look it up on YouTube if you want to. But she's also about to film her second documentary for Channel 4 about depression. So look out for that as well. But right now, we're going to go ask her some questions while she's actually playing table tennis. So we can sort of look at the way that table tennis focuses the mind and helps you concentrate even while you're doing another activity, which is something that we will be exploring with the Bat Foundation charity. Just the perspective it gives the mind and the way it can focus you. So let's go and talk it up. No, there's no microphone. So Emily Hartridge, how old are you?
Well, that depends on who I'm talking to.
How tall are you?
5'11".
What is your natural hair colour?
That's a good question. Slightly lighter than this.
Slightly. Were you meant to wear a top with a back today?
Yeah, it kind of fell off on the train here. The back of my top. My friend actually ripped it off.
Who is your friend?
It's called Carl. He owns a fashion company.
Is he? And he's not wearing any of it today?
No, he's not actually. Because he's really smart.
So how long have you been doing the 10 things on YouTube?
Also, it's 10 Reasons Why.
10 Reasons Why? How long have you been doing 10 Reasons Why?
Like almost 3 years, I think.
Have you noticed that you haven't missed pages because you're concentrating on talking?
Actually, yeah.
I think I've just cured Alzheimer's.
I hadn't even noticed that. This is the longest rally we've had.
Yes, because your brain is doing something that should be instinctive.
That's amazing.
And what was the first documentary you did for Channel 4?
It was called Online and Lying. It was about how we all live fake lives online.
Okay.
Oh,
and when you say we all, does that include present company?
Well, I don't lie, I just embellish sometimes. It's all about smoke and mirrors.
See, when you said I don't lie, that was the first shot you missed. Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
and what's the new?
a therapy session.
What's the new documentary you're doing?
Well, it's not. I'm kind of like making it at the moment. It's about depression.
Right.
It hasn't been commissioned yet, so.
And what aspects of depression?
Well, I want to focus on young people because I used to have depression.
Yes.
So I want to focus on like the signs and what they can do, where they can get help, that kind of stuff. Sounds good, right?
Well, I think it sounds like a great Sunday night viewing with a pizza.
I think I can imagine some popcorn. I can imagine some laughter. My God, I am nailing this.
Isn't that good? I've just developed a therapy. It's talk therapy for table tennis learning.
They should like bring this into like the Olympics when they play table tennis, shouldn't they? Just have someone constantly asking them questions.
If you want to go from it's like Carl's losing out. Once was brilliant.
Oh, my eyes look funny. So much fun.
That's enough. We'll have enough. Okay, it's good.
That's such a good rally.